Lori.
Good morning, Russia. Have a seat. Tell me what's bothering you.
Well, Nicholas II just broke up with me. I'm never gonna find a guy that can handle all of me. I have horrible luck with guys, and I'm never going to be happy. All of the men that I date want the same thing: autocracy, nationalism, and orthodoxy.
Well, talk to me about your dating history. It might help us find the root of your problem.
Well, it all started with Peter. He was great. I dated him between 1682 and 1725. Peter really loved Western Europe and thought my style was really backwards. He attempted to modernize me by changing my clothes and the way I interacted with other people.
Warm water ports so we can trade and become wealthier. I got you this from Africa. Russia has gotten a lot more powerful, and we need a new capital, and I don't like the name of this new city. I shall name it St. Petersburg, and because I am the center of the government, this city should be the center of everything in Russia. Hence, the warm water port.
Peasantry, we have the workers, we have the soldiers, and then there's me.
He made my people choose to work in the army or in the bureaucracy, but my poorer countrymen were not considered citizens of Russia and were forced to work for him.
What you need is autocracy of the Czar, and God is paramount.
Well, we broke up after a while. It was short and sweet, I guess.
You know, sometimes change can be good, especially for someone as large and unmanageable as you. Go on.
Okay. Well, to make matters even worse, my friend Catherine the Great and I got in a huge fight. Her and her boyfriend Voltaire, were giving everyone so many freedoms. I felt so out of control.
Catherine, all men are equal under the law. These serfs should be free, not working for other nobles.
But then some peasant named Pugachev led a revolt from 1773 to 1775 because the freedoms Catherine gave the peasants was not enough. Catherine freaked and repressed the serfs again. Finally, she dumped that awful Voltaire.
You made all the serfs turn against me. It's over.
Catherine, no, please! Take me back, man! Come on! No!
For the rest of our friendship, Catherine repressed the serfs again. She spent most of her time trying to expand me. I consider these the bad years.
I can sense some deep pain right now. Please continue.
Well, after that whole fiasco with Catherine, I went out with Alexander I. We dated from 1801 to 1825. I called him my angel. He represented me at the Congress of Vienna, and he expanded my boundaries of the land. What a sweetheart. But there were some downsides. People used to say he stirred everything up but built nothing. And I mean, it was true. He never followed through with any promises. As soon as it got serious, he got strict and harsh. Finally, we had a huge fight in 1825 that my people called the December's Revolt. I was finally freed from Alexander I because he died.
I want the Tsardom.
No, I want the Tsar.
No, it's mine!
No, it's mine!
I had two men fighting over me. Constantine, who was backed by my military, and Nicholas, who was in line to the throne after Alexander. In the end, Nicholas won my heart.
Nicholas! Oh!
Well, how did that make you feel? Did you go for someone else, less strict? I'm sensing a pattern here.
No. Nick was even stricter. He took freedoms and was so oppressive. He feared liberalism so much that he created the third section, what is known as the secret police.
I love turkey!
That's how I got caught in the Crimean War. We dated from 1825 until 1855, when he went to fight in the war and died. To be honest, I wasn't that sad. After Nicholas, I knew I needed a better man. I began dating Alexander II in 1855. He was a really nice guy. He gave the serfs freedom through the imperial ukaz of 1861, but the peasants still had to pay redemption fees for 49 years to their former owners.
Give me your redemption.
The peasants had to live in moors, or village councils. and farm in order to pay the
court
dues.
system of Russia will be reformed through the UCAS of 1864. Trials are public. All citizens have the right to be represented by lawyers. All people are equal under the law. There are state judges, and all courts have juries.
Yes!
I will also set up zemstvos in 1864.
What are zemstvos?
They are district councils, which is a step towards self-government. Members will be elected by the people.
He's also abolishing the secret police in 1880 and relaxing his censorship.
Yeah, we love Alexander II reforms. Yes.
What happened?
Well, some people weren't very accepting of him because he changed me a lot. In 1881, this group of gangsters that called themselves the People's Will killed him. And unlike Dick Nicholas, I was really, really sad.
Well, he sounds like a better man than the others. What about after Alex?
Oh, that was Alexander III.
Was he a better man?
Of course not. From 1881 to 1894, I was repressed by an autocrat. He was a typical czar. Autocratic, orthodox, and nationalistic.
Creating the Holy Synod, the head of the Orthodox Church.
He also re-established censorship and the secret police, while forcing state-controlled education upon my people. He also started
Join
Russification.
the Orthodox Church and must speak Russian. Send all of these other nationalities off their land and out of Russia. Send them to the pogroms.
How did it end?
I got rid of him in 1894.
So who was next?
Nicholas II. He was also my last boyfriend ever.
Was he at least better than Alexander III?
No. He was so weak, but really a sweetheart. And a mama's boy. He let everyone walk all over him. He had no backbone. And all these wars really ruined his reputation. During the Russo-Japanese War in 1905, the people started rioting against. When the Russian people tried to peacefully tell him their problems, they were all murdered in cold blood by his guards when he wasn't home. Then people really began to hate him.
Okay, I have heard your problems, and I agree to pass the October Manifesto. All Russian citizens will have civil rights, civil liberties, a Duma will be established, and political parties legalized. But I will control armed forces, foreign affairs, and finances, and the cabinet will report to me.
Can we go to lunch?
He created the Duma in order to give the people the freedom they desired, but he never wanted to give them too much power, so he kept dismissing them. From 1906 to 1912, there were 4 different Dumas. Nicholas II was losing his people's respect. However, a man named Stolypin came and helped establish more reforms. He allowed the development of private agriculture by giving peasants the option to leave the Murs. He also improved working conditions, established health insurance, waived redemption fees, and created universal education. In 1914, chaos resumed. World War I broke out, and I was totally not ready for a big war. I joined the Allies, but it took a lot of money and a lot of my men. My factories were run by the state and were not mobilized for war.
I'm not ready for war. There are labor and food shortages. My people are not happy.
The military is unprepared as well. We have no equipment, our soldiers aren't trained, half of the other leaders are incompetent, and we barely have any transportation.
Social problems developed as well. There were so many refugees from the war, the cities were crowded, and land was uncultivated. But then Nicholas made a stupid decision.
Take command of the army and fight in the war.
After Nicholas II left to defend me, Rasputin resided over Russia. None of my people supported him, but Nicholas II did not get rid of him. Things just got worse and worse. In March 1917, food riots broke out. Finally, on March 14th, the Duma created the provisional government and forced Nicholas II to abdicate.
Russia, I think that death has played a major role in your relationship history. What you need is a long-lasting relationship. Like a long-lasting type of government. And then I think you'll be fine. You should stay away from those autocratic types. They don't seem like they've done any good for you.
You're right. I'm through with autocracy, orthodoxy, and nationalism. I want a rebellious boy, like Lenin.
Well, time's up for today.
Thanks, Dr. Lori.
I think we made great progress today, Russia. I'm looking forward to our next session.
Me too. Bye.
Bye.